Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo have returned to first team training after their exertions at Copa America, with of course Enzo Fernandez winning the Copa America with Argentina. So that's good news on the one hand. But we all know the issues around Enzo Fernandez and the sort of racist chants that he and his Argentine teammates were singing after they defeated Colombia in the Copa America final. So the question had always been, what would happen when he returns? A lot of people were upset, like myself, or was upset about it, still upset about it. Wesley Fofana, and as well as the other French um, players in the team also offended about it, and I'm sure the other players on the team were also offended about what he said. We all know about the posts on social media, especially X and Instagram by Wesley Fofana. Now, the reports coming out of the club is that Enzo Fernandez apologized to his teammates in person and willingly agreed to make a donation to a charity. Now, all that is good, and then the club says it's not going to take any further action. Now, for me, that doesn't seem right. It doesn't sit right with me because for me, it always seems like when it comes to racist issues or issues regarding racial relations, racial discrimination, people don't want to deal with the issues. They just want to quickly sweep it under the carpet and call it curtains. And it's sad to my mind. For me, what I felt should have happened was a 3 or 4 match ban, community service or whatever, but the match ban should have been in place. And then afterwards, you can begin your reintegration to the squad. Now, people keep going up about how Enzo is such a special player, how he's so good, such a superstar player. For me, that doesn't count for anything. So are we saying it's only for players who are not that good that you would enforce the law on, that you enforce regulations on, that you expect not to be racist, you expect to respect their teammates, and then when it comes to supposedly superstar players, you don't want to respect them. You wouldn't enforce the laws and regulations on these players. For me, that is not good enough. The club wants to quickly sweep this under the carpet. Believe me, if this was any other vice, if this was any other vice, any other wrong thing, it would not have been rushed this way. It would not have been rushed this way. It would have just been swept under the carpet. Say, "Oh, that's over. We're not going to take any other action on this." Now, for me, if his teammates are forgiving him, that's fine. Ready to go on with him, that's fine. But one thing is certain, they will never look at him the same. That's just the truth. That's truth about the matter. He won't be looked at the same. So he explained it, never meant any harm from it or by it. Well, that's fine. That's okay. But for me, I believe there's redemption for everything. There's nothing that you can be redeemed from. There's nothing that you can get sort of reintegration from. You, you know, but there must be something that you would have to go through. There must be some sort of punishment or ban or sanction that you go through, and then when you're done with it, then you begin to get reintegrated into sort of society, reintegrated into your team, integrated into training with your teammates. So for me, we all know about Mason Greenwood. What I was talking about Mason Greenwood, my own opinion of Mason Greenwood has been he served his punishment. Give him any punishment to serve, ban him and all that, but give him room for redemption. So the same thing, Enzo Fernandez, there should have been a sanction, there should have been a ban, there should have been something, to tell him that what you've done is actually wrong. Because though you have friend teammates that sort of share the heritage that you're disparaging in that song, it extends to a lot of people in the Chelsea fan base, extends to a lot of people in the football world at large. But fair dues, if they've handled it that way, they've handled it that way. Let's see how it goes. So he's back in training, and let's see how it goes. On the other hand, Philip Jorgensen has also joined up with the team after signing, completing the medical, and agreeing to the 5-year contract, the 5+1 contract with the club. So that's good. But now the question is, who is going to be the outright number one? Is it going to be Jorgensen? Is it going to be Roberto Sanchez or Robert Sanchez? Is it going to be Petrovic, who everyone seems to think will be sold? Which is just unfair to me, which is just absolute craziness to me because he is the better keeper between himself and Sanchez. So he should be the one that should be staying and Sanchez should be going. Sanchez showed himself in the Celtic game that he's not that good. His ability on the ball is highly exaggerated, highly exaggerated. He is not that good on the ball. All the balls he played it straight into traffic. And you know what happens? Because he's not quick on the ball, for one, and his accuracy is poor. So on the ball, he takes 3, 4, 5 seconds to decide where to play the ball. And then when he eventually plays the ball, like in the Celtic game, it goes straight to opposition player or goes out of play. And then some on the other hand, when he takes time on the ball, because as he takes time on the ball and he's put under pressure, then that's also another calamity as well. Give the ball away like he did against Arsenal, and Declan Rice was able to score the goal. And ultimately, that game that Chelsea should have won, we should have won, ended up being a draw. Maybe that was one of the games that cost Chelsea a Champions League spot. So for me, Petrovic should have been the guy. But then again, another question that raised his head: Jorgensen, decent, good on the ball, decent shot stopper. But if you look at Petrovic, look at Sanchez, look at Jorgensen, is there any real gap? Is there any one of them that you look at and say, yeah, this guy is head and shoulders above the other two? He should be the outright number one. I don't think at this point there's any one of them. One thing I suspect is Jorgensen is going to be the number one. Because anytime they sign a goalkeeper and tell you he's here to compete, it just generally means that goalkeeper is going to be the new goalkeeper coming in is there to take over the slot of the, you know, pre-existing goalkeeper of the old goalkeeper. We saw it with Arsenal. The talk was, oh, Raya was coming to, compete with Ramsdale, make Ramsdale better. Two shakes in, Ramsdale is on the bench, Raya is the number one goalkeeper. So Jorgensen may be the number one keeper just by a lot of attrition. But other than that, I look at all three goalkeepers. I don't see anyone who is head and shoulders above the other. Like I said, Petrovic is a better goalkeeper than Sanchez, and I think during the previous season he was improving. We have noticed improvement, with respect to his distribution, his ball distribution. So I would have thought he would have been kept, but um, I'm guessing the decision has been made that he should be sold and Sanchez should be kept. People have looked at data, but sometimes data can be misleading. And as well, what sort of data are you looking at? What time frame are you looking at that data? You may say Sanchez is better using his feet and all that, but you know that um, Petrovic played less games than Sanchez, so definitely he would have higher numbers when it comes to a ball distribution and all that. So did you consider the amount of games played as well? So so overall, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and do click notification bell as well, so you'll be notified each time I post each time I post any video on the channel and on YouTube. So let me know what your thoughts are. So at this point, I've come to the end of today's video. I'll be saying have a good day and God bless. Bye bye.